Well, it's Grandparents' Weekend again, so that can mean only one thing. It's time for Taylathon. I'm Jake Rendell, and with me in the commentary box is Ziggy Fresh and the intern from WTUR, and former Taylathon veteran Logan Evans. Guys, how are you feeling about the race today?
I'm really excited about what all these lads are going to do today.
Well, alright, let's throw it down to Andrew Whitworth and Lucas Schweitzer for the pre-race interviews.
Been talking about spending weighing on your heart, maybe. Well, David's our guy to talk to. David, what do you think? Well, we have a lot of guys interested in racing the sophomores this year, but we had a lot of unfortunate injuries and scheduling conflicts. We're a couple men down, but we still want it. And what was one of our keys to the game? Exactly. Keys to the game was you got one guts. One guts out there. Look at that. People are really listening. Well, good luck to the sophomore. First Taylathon. How you feeling? Nervous?
Feeling pretty good. Confident.
Confident to the freshman. See how that works out. I'm more curious about this than anything else. But where do you at on the tribulation? Pre-trib, post-trib?
Is that it?
Tribulation, you pre-trib, post-trib?
I don't know, more of a post-trib. Pre-trib guy.
Oh, this is very interesting reversal there. Alright, that's good. Hey, good luck.
This is a company made by Ryan Monson.
What's his name?
Ryan Monson.
Nice.
Yeah, and so basically the idea is tell your story, Classic Buffalo.
Classic Buffalo. How do you feel like these shirts specifically are going to influence your performance here on the court?
Well, this is going to be a lot of padding for any wrecks you might have, so that's the main thing.
And now it's time for a track analysis brought to you by the Taylor University Ilium. Taylathon is run on a 3/4 mile course with 36 laps today for a total race distance just under 34 miles. The course is run counterclockwise with 13 corners, 9 to the left and 4 to the right. There are 4 no passing zones due to some of the accidents we've seen in the past. Riders also need to be aware of the straight at turn 9 because the track narrows to 1 bike-sized lane. We expect most passing to occur in the green zone between turns 1 and 7 and 11 and 13. Now back to you guys on the track. Alright, well this is the start of the race here, so the racers are going to line up at the start line. Logan, so what exactly do you feel at that start?
Well, I mean, really it's just a bunch of anticipation. You don't entirely know what's going to happen. I mean, are you going to fall on your turns or are you going to get ahead of people? I mean, you're all really cramped right down the sidewalk right away. So.
Now, what exactly are you doing over there? What are they're holding the bikes, is that right?
Yeah, so the people holding the bikes are going to hold them and then the people behind them are going to run up and grab the bikes and race away with it.
All right, well, it looks like we're about to begin here. It could start at any time. It looks like...
Logan, you're a past Taylathon racer. What's your method, or like what runs through your mind as you're racing?
I usually just try to go as fast as I can and keep my form good, stay balanced.
Well, they're off now, and it looks like the seniors and the sophomores are taking first and second, with the juniors and freshmen behind.
Surprisingly, the freshmen aren't winning at this point in the race.
Well, hopefully they can catch up, I think.
Fun fact, that is not a camera bag in the shot. That is a purse.
And, oh, look at the freshmen. They're going so slow already. They're already behind. They're going to have to take some work to catch up as the seniors come around turn 6.
Oh, I love how I did that corner.
Oh, absolutely. Took the perfect line and just flew right through.
What?
As the race began, I know all of you were wondering the same thing. What's written on the back of Darius Farmer's helmet? Well, I'll tell you what is. It's the Upland Unity concert. Check it out.
Oh my god, did you see that squirrel? Close casualty.
Close call. Close call.
Yeah, I did.
And the freshmen rounding the corner. Hopefully they'll make up some ground throughout the duration of this race.
It looks like the seniors.
Oh, and here they come around the end here.
And the people with the baseball tees, what are their jobs?
Oh.
Let's see how they transition here. This looks good.
Yeah. And it's
Ooh.
pretty smooth. Oh, here
Flawless.
comes they're passing.
That's a really good strategy with the sophomores pulled right there, passing them while they're transitioning.
Oh, absolutely. And so the sophomores take the lead as the seniors are in second. They're about a second behind. And juniors are clocking in at 3 seconds behind, while freshmen are already about 10 seconds behind. Hopefully they can catch up here before the end of the race. Oh, and here they come around turn 6. And it looks like the seniors went into the grass. That's going to cost them a little bit of time here.
Actually, it doesn't cost them time in penalties when they go outside on the grass. But, I mean, if you can't take the corner, you can go outside a little bit so you make sure you don't fall. So another strategy. The rules are sort of interesting.
But does it slow you down with the loss of traction in the grass?
I mean, I would rather not fall than go into grass. First.
Oh, fair
Not
point.
fall and go in the grass, then
Oh, yeah, but look at here.
Oh.
He tries the hedge.
Ooh.
There goes your grass
The
theory. I
dirty
think that
sophomore cutting him off.
We almost had blood.
there will be blood soon, ladies and gentlemen. Keep tuned.
We promise.
Or change the channel. We don't really care.
Oh, and here comes the sophomores with a transition here. Let's see if they can do this smoothly.
Here it goes.
Oh, he jumps on. Not bad, not bad. But here comes the seniors taking the
Ooh, pulling
lead.
trick back on him.
8.5. Definitely 8.5.
Ooh, that was some
Absolutely
nice
good.
form he pulled on that corner there.
And here comes juniors. But the transition kind of slow. I don't know. What do you think, guys? You think that was a good one?
I think that
they practiced
motorcycle
enough.
helmet's kind of slowing him down a little bit.
Oh, and here they come around the corner here. Keeping it smooth. Oh, here comes the freshman. Wow, they're already a minute and 10
I
seconds
was
behind.
wondering if that was.
Oh,
The
took a
blood has
nasty
been spilled.
Hopefully
Yay.
he's all right there.
Fun fact, the freshmen actually took some naps during Taylathon, like midway through the race.
They were each given 2 30-second naps per lap.
And
Oh,
they ate
oh.
snack time.
Here we
Here
go.
comes the pass.
He looks like he's going to try to pass him.
Oh, he just called him an expletive, but it's
Oh, that was
pushes
close.
him off.
Pushed him
Forces
off
him
the
into
lane.
grass.
alright. Wow, there are
Wow.
no friends in Taylathon.
That's going to cost him a lot of time. Too bad there's no penalty for that. Do you think that that's fair to get? Oh, what's this? Looks like the freshman took the wrong route around
Oh.
Taylathon.
He forgot where he went to school.
He's going to have to take the course back and come through the correct way.
He thought he was on IWU's campus. Common mistake.
Here we go. The sophomores and the seniors are coming in.
Oh, it comes like seniors are doing another transition.
He's going to clothesline him, and he
It was
does.
a smooth
Oh,
one.
nice. Good jump. Good jump.
Also, I love how Jake gets an accent whenever he gets too excited.
And the sophomores are taking a mighty lead with
Wow.
looks about 6 seconds. Oh, and here comes the seniors around turn 3. Oh, and looks like the sophomores are.
Still in the lead.
Look at that knee. That is the sign of an expert biker when you are able to stick your knee out at a 90-degree angle.
The nice
on the turns.
triangulation there on the
Yes,
corner.
Great triangulation.
Love that.
It's
form.
called the Bermuda Triangle. Look at there it is again.
Oh,
Will he do it again here? Not quite.
Seems like he's slowing down just a bit. Do you think is he getting tired?
I think he just wants some competition.
I feel like he
really.
just is seeking attention at this
And
point.
you know, back in my days at Taylathon, that second lap, it's always the hardest.
Because you're just completely tired. Do you think you could even do? Oh, whoa! He
Wow.
went off into the grass again. Oh, this is a different guy here.
That turn is giving people problems all day.
I think we should watch that turn definitely throughout this race. And wow, freshmen are seriously behind. They're coming around turn 1 as the sophomores and the seniors are coming around the last turn. That's not good for lap 3. Oh, here comes the sophomores with another transition here.
See how well they pull this off.
Oh!
Chaos and carnage.
So that means the seniors take the lead right here. Sophomores are gonna have to work hard to catch back up. But do you think that bike wheel is maybe a little slanted?
I think if you look close enough, one of the fans actually tripped him. It was all, rigged.
Taylathon fans are the worst.
Yeah. People put a lot of money on these games, and people will do anything to make sure they win.
Looks like the sophomores here need to speed up a little bit. They don't look like their heart's quite in it on this lap.
No, but do you think that they can even catch up to the seniors at this point? They're
You
gonna
know,
have to work
anything's
hard.
possible if you work hard enough at it, Jake.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen here as the sophomores are coming around. They're about a couple hundred feet behind as the seniors are just taking the next turn.
Exactly how many feet are they behind, Jake?
How about tell us in kilometers? That might be easier to convert.
Oh, what's this? Looks like the freshman.
He
is
forgot
Looks
how
like it's
to
time
ride
for the
a
nap
bike.
break.
Oh shoot!
Oh, yeah.
Looks
He's,
like
trying
This
to
is not the
relearn.
time to sit down and admire your bike.
This is their 30-second nap time that they're given, and he's still taking it.
Oh man, it looks like his chain's broken. He's being lapped, I think, for a second time on lap 4.
Looks like he could
There-
use 2 chains.
Shoot.
Oh.
Now, is it pretty common for chains to break during Taylathon? Is that a common occurrence?
Also, is that guy allowed to help him?
Oh.
Instant replay of when the fan trips him.
Yeah, we're gonna
Let's
throw it
watch
back.
this.
See, watch the foot. Watch the
Guy
foot.
in the black hoodie. Guy in the
And
black hoodie.
there
Oh,
it
there
is.
it is.
Clearly the
Swings
fan
out
was
the foot.
involved.
Wow.
Oh.
Now-
Also,
oh,
wow, the
oh.
gymnastics on that crash was beautiful.
Can
Now,
we get that guy's name?
Let's play this one more time here. Whose fault do you really think this is? Do you think it's the
Black
biker?
hoodie. Black hoodie.
Black
right
hoodie?
There, right
Black
there.
hoodie.
Wow. Takes him out town.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It
And here
almost
comes,
looks to me like the rider might have slightly bumped the bike, and then the second rider there trying to get on the bike didn't quite have a good handle on it, so didn't quite grab the bike there.
well, hopefully they can get a better form throughout this entire race, or they're not
Ooh.
gonna make it.
Good transition.
That
by
senior
the
transition
seniors.
though, that's so beautiful.
Ah,
They've been
perfect.
doing this for years now.
So now
4 years actually.
I think the
and,
freshmen are finally fixed their bike.
I forgot
They're
they were
now
in this
3
race.
minutes and 20 seconds behind
He
everyone.
took his nap and he looks rested and ready to head back out.
He has a snack of some fruits and veggies, and he's ready to go.
He
Oh, it
got
looks like the sophomores and the juniors are neck and neck right here, and
And-
and the juniors passed the
the
sophomores.
sophomore forgot how to ride his bike, but he just remembered, so he's back up.
Well, what are we looking at here? What is
Our
this?
Cameraman is getting some good shots of the environment. Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's
there's
a
the
tree.
racers. There they are. As it's the juniors and the sophomores. Now these guys are actually neck and neck at this point, as the seniors are way far ahead of the race right now. Oh, what's this? What's this? It looks like the chain's falling off again for the freshmen. So they're gonna have to run back and bring that back into their home base and try to fix that quickly. Oh, what's this? Oh, watch out, guy!
Oh.
Watch out! Watch out!
Oh.
Just barely missed. Is that a common thing
I
for
told
people
you,
to cross the
The
track?
fans
like
will
that?
do anything to make sure their team wins. That was no
Back in my
accident.
day, there was almost a herd of ducklings that crossed the Taylathon track. It's rather interesting. Had to yell at them to get out of the way.
Oh man, if you would have hit one of those ducklings, that would have been a story for the yearbook.
It's like duck and cover.
I want
that
you
was a
out.
pun.
Pack
Would have
your
been a
bags.
quack
All right,
catastrophe.
and the seniors cross the finish line to lead lap 6.
And no
as it looks
transition,
like.
so interesting strategy by the seniors.
The juniors are now in second place. I don't know if we already announced that.
And
but
the freshmen
they are.
forgot that they need a bike to race, and he's running. Sir,
Looks
you
like they're
need
grabbing a
bike.
spare
No,
bike
yeah.
there.
Their bike's having some issues here.
He's flintstoning to the sideline.
Yep. And it looks like sophomores have a penalty here,
Oh,
as
no.
the juniors will take the lead again.
And what was that penalty for?
Probably corner cutting in one of those corners.
Classic sophomores in their corner cutting.
And here come the seniors.
And once again, we're getting good shots of the environment, just so you know you can feel the excitement.
No, and here comes the freshman. They're probably about 2 laps behind at 3 minutes.
The tricks, I think the freshman strategy is moving their legs as little as possible when they're riding their bikes to
This
pick
is
up
a,
speed when they go down hills.
Of course, I say this as a completely unbiased commentator, but it really looks like
Now, I did notice that he pedaled backwards to brake. Is there handbrakes on these bikes, or is it
No, Jake. There's actually no handbrakes at all. It's actually a pedal brake. So you have to move your feet backwards to stop, which actually can be rather difficult. In most bikes I've ridden, they have handbrakes. It's a little easier on like corners and things to slow down. But I guess that's just part of the difficulty of Taylathon.
Now, what's going on here? It looks like, is this another chain issue? Yes, sir. It's another chain issues by the sophomores. And who is that? Is that Luke Hall? No, that's not Luke
no,
Hall.
I
Not a
think-
sophomore.
Who is that there? Does anybody know?
Looking at my identification sheet here, that looks like maybe Mitchell Mays actually.
Ah, there you
Mitchell
go.
Mays.
So he's going to have to put that chain back on as quick as he can and get back in the race, because it looks like they're falling way behind as the seniors lap them.
I forgot that
That's
the
rather
sophomores also
unfortunate
get
there.
30-second naps, and they took advantage of that. He's back on, and he's remembering that, yes, you have to pedal to move. Good job.
Oh, and here comes the freshmen. Are they going to do transition? No, they're just going
No,
right
that.
through.
They said, get out of here,
I like
dude."
that form there, that little bulldog hunched over style. I like the look. It's got good aerodynamics.
And people are walking through the track. They really need to regulate that.
Yes,
have a
but that's the
senior
fun
here
of
coming.
Taylathon.
that
See
you
how
can
it takes
hit
this
anybody.
corner.
Can we please just take a moment to acknowledge these shorts?
Fun fact: that guy is actually 35.
Oh.
He snuck in the Taylathon.
His 17 kids are all sitting in the bleachers cheering him on. Go, Grandpa. Race.
And as you can see, the juniors are biking.
Yeah, and it looks like I think the seniors have to exchange on this lap. I think this is their 2-lap mark. No,
Oh
No.
no!
no, I was wrong.
If
They've
you can see, he
exchanged on
yelled
last
at his
lap.
partner. He said, "Please get out of here."
And
Ooh, sophomores have got taken a minute off of their time, it looks like.
they're doing good. They're catching up. But after that chain issue and that fall, I don't know if they're gonna make it. If they're gonna be able to break up this race. But it is a long race.
They'll be able to belittle
I don't know,
the other
Jake. At this
teams.
rate, it almost looks like the freshmen might pass the sophomores. They're getting
Ooh.
closer.
They are indeed. And what is this here? It looks like a transition by the juniors.
And here's Darius Farmer about to take the bike, and he does. And
Oh.
he hops
Oh,
on.
nice
was-
little hop there, yeah.
It was successful, but kind of slow. What do you guys think?
6.8.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Nobody fell. Nobody got hurt. but,
Now, is that on the 10-point scale?
It's on the
it's
Richter scale, actually.
Yeah, it's actually on an 11.5 scale. You do the math.
And here comes a freshman. They're already far behind. Do you guys think it's a lost hope cause for the freshman?
You know, Jake, I don't think it's ever a lost cause until you actually lost, so
Oh, what's it?
We'll
what's
see what
this here?
happens.
He had an itch on
Was
his
he
ankle.
strapping his shoe?
He had
What
an
was
itch on his
this?
ankle.
What kind of shoes? Are those tie shoes?
I think those are the new Reebok.
CrossFit.
Reebok. CrossFit.
Well, either way, he's back on the course, but 4 minutes and 26 seconds behind.
Number 15 is here to represent. Also, number 92 is here to represent.
Oh, as the
Yeah.
seniors come in with another penalty. That's going to really cost them some time as the juniors are only 25 seconds behind.
Good camera angle. I like watching the kneecaps of racers. That's
Oh, and
an
it looks like
important
the
strategy.
sophomores have issues too.
Looks like they're going to have to switch their bike there and try to get another one on the line there.
As you can see, he's about to throw up because he is sick with his team right now. He's upset,
Simply disgusted.
disgusted. But he said, "I'll take the bike and show you guys how it's done."
And the seniors are off as the sophomores are off as well, but they're not on the same lap, so there's not much of a race there to
Looks like the sophomores there are full 4 minutes and 17 seconds behind.
Yeesh.
Kind of rough.
I'm sensing a lot of hostility right now in the sophomore camp. They seem to be angry with each other.
I like that lean there. Oh, went out too far on the grass there a bit.
Took a little wide. That's going to cost him a few seconds, but I think he has a few seconds to spare with that
Ooh.
4:17.
That's a
Perfect
good corner
turn.
there by the seniors,
Yeah.
keeping it on the pavement. I like that.
Perfect.
Here they
go.
come around
And
the
he is-
Union. Is there any danger with those pillars of the Union?
You know, Jake, back in my day, there was only 1 year where someone actually hit it and flew off the handlebars and hit the next pillar with his head, and
Oh.
he'd be
Ooh.
taken to the hospital. It's rather
Oh,
embarrassing,
no.
I guess.
That sounds
Embarrassing.
quite unfortunate and quite painful.
Yeah, a little bit.
And here's the turn where people have been struggling all day, but not
Oh,
the seniors.
nice job, good job, lad.
Not the seniors.
What are we looking at here?
Couple of frisbee games.
Oh, and
here
comes
they
the
come.
seniors. Here they
there's-
come.
Yep, Grandma Jenkins cheering on her son.
Here come the seniors flying down through the straightaway. This is a good pot right here to kill up some time, get that straightaway going.
That's gonna take a lot of energy as well, just to swoop down that straightaway.
The straightaway was actually sponsored by Gatorade this year.
Really? Is that the?
Why is that? Ziggy.
Because
Oh, you're right.
that's their motto, because.
It's Gatorade straight away.
Looks like the
because-
sophomores there went ahead and went on that straightaway too. No transitions for
No
them.
transitions, and looks like the sophomores, are they switching?
Those are the juniors actually, Jake.
Oh, you're right. Good
But it
call,
looks
good
like the
call.
juniors just transitioned there. Went from Darius Farmer to the next rider.
And they have a good strategy of wearing short shorts to keep,
Keep everything in.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
really all
like this
about that
one is
aerodynamicism.
not wearing short shorts, so we'll see if that takes a toll on his race time.
wow, perfect turn by the juniors right there.
Here come the seniors through that little S curve. Oh, good form, good form.
And it looks like there's more people on the track. They really need to regulate this and make sure to keep the track clear.
I don't know if you noticed there, Jake, but when he's going around the corner, he lifts his one leg so that he can lean further over so the pedal doesn't hit it.
Now, what's this signaling here? Are they doing a bike switch?
It looks like it.
All right. Well,
What's this bike they're about to use here?
oh, slow off the start though. I think they could have definitely been a little bit faster.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Missed a gear or something. What was that? Is that just a slippage?
The slippage. There's a lot of black ice right now on the track in the middle of the summer, yes.
Yep. And a successful switch by the seniors. And it looks like, is there a pothole or is that a manhole cover?
Oh yeah, it's a manhole cover.
Fun fact, guys, it's scientifically proven that if you mean mug while you race, you go faster.
Now it looks like another switch by the sophomores here as they go off, and pretty successful, but not
yeah,
fast.
that was really nice, really nice.
Dropped it like it was hot.
Now I've noticed too, there's a car parked in the runoff area on that straightaway. Is that going to be an issue for today's race?
You know, it really could be, Jake. Sometimes people decide to go off in the parking lot there. They get pushed off on the straightaway trying to pass each other. So normally those cars get moved, but I don't know what happened there.
Well, hopefully nobody will hit it during today's race, but if it does, it's their fault for parking there. That's Taylathon rules.
Yeah.
And it looks like the seniors are coming around to lap the freshmen yet again. They're already 4 minutes and 23 seconds behind. I don't know. I think that it's going to take some miraculous thing for them to be able to catch up today.
The juniors seem to be really holding their own behind the seniors, though. Only half a minute behind.
Yep, and it looks like they're coming around that straight. Now, does it narrow when you come through on that sidewalk? Is that...
You know, Jake, I haven't really noticed in my years of riding. I don't actually know.
All right. Well, here they're coming through the straight, and it looks like there's going to be no transition, but the time will update here. And it looks like still 36 seconds behind for the juniors, as the seniors have yet to lap the freshmen, although they're already about 5:30 behind, with the sophomores about 3 minutes behind.
Clarification, the freshman time, 5:22, that's actually 5 days and 22 hours. They
yes,
are really
indeed.
behind.
Now it looks like a transition by the juniors here. Let's hope this is a successful one, and
As you can see, we've been rated by a poor audio guy.
and they're coming around the straight here.
Looks like Alex Schmucker is taking the turn.
Is that
Very
how you
nice.
say his last name?
I believe so.
Looks like the seniors there
Shoemaker.
went ahead and lapped the freshmen.
Oh, here we go. Freshman trying to catch up to the senior to tell him that he's got something on his
If
back.
the freshman is able to catch up to any of these riders, they automatically win the race. Fun fact.
Or if they stay on the bike the entire race.
Now, how hard is it for your freshman year to even really place better than fourth?
I mean, my freshman year, Jake, we placed third, so it's not actually that hard.
So what do you think the sole problem with the freshmen this year, their team? Is it?
You know, it looks like they have some bike problems. I don't know how often they practiced in the mornings, but if they didn't practice enough, it didn't work well enough in their transitions, that could be some issues as well.
Yeah,
You never know. It really changes the dynamics
Another
of each
rough
team each year.
transition by the freshman right there. Speaking of, like you just said, Logan.
I don't think I've seen a good transition from the freshmen this time. A good fast one.
Like I was saying, Jake, you know, just practice makes a average transition.
Oh, that was an interesting transition by the freshman. It looked like the bike was almost picked up
He
in a
used
way.
the hopscotch technique to get on there.
That's going to cost them
Oh, that
even more
form, though.
time.
He really leaned over pretty far in that corner.
That was good form. I think he's good in everything except the transitions. I think that's what he definitely needs to work on next
Yeah.
You
year.
know, Jake, transitions are really the hardest for just about every team every year.
I mean, he's a good rider, that's for sure, but it just seems like his heart really isn't in it.
You know, sometimes you just leave your heart behind.
Yeah, but maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Maybe you should wear it on your sleeve.
We
so
can
when
take
you
this up
fall, it
later.
doesn't get hurt.
Intern.
And it looks like the freshmen are going so slow. It's like they're not even really pedaling that fast. If you look at the seniors as they pedal, they're almost going twice the speed.
You know, Jake, it also depends on the gear ratio of the bikes. They're not all exactly equal. So at the beginning of the year, each team
Slip,
chooses their
hit-
bike. And
the freshmen just got lapped. Or
they just
And then they lapped
unlapped
them again.
themselves. Yep. They're going to get lapped again, though, but it looks like he hit the inside of that corner, which threw him off onto the runoff area, which is the bush. So that's probably not very fun for your ankles getting hit with all that shrubbery.
Fun fact, shrubbery hurts ankles.
Fun fact,
And-
shrubbery was actually designed to be an obstacle for the Taylathon race.
And it looks like they're 3 wide right here in the straight, so they're going to forego the switching and just go ahead and take around the track to hopefully get some more space so they can do a nice transition. And we're lap 14, so we're getting close to about halfway.
And
you know, I don't know, but I think that senior might have cut that corner a little bit. We'll
Real
see if he
quick.
gets a penalty here up next.
this is one of the very few times that all the racers seem to be close to each other.
Except for the juniors, yeah?
the
Yeah, but they're
exception.
all on different laps, so how close are they really in retrospect?
Well, in proximity.
You know, I don't know what happened to the juniors, but it looks like they're a whole minute and 45 seconds behind now. So,
That's about a lap.
Yeah.
Isn't that correct? So, I mean, everybody's on a different lap at this point, so it's going to take a bike failure or a serious accident to really change the course of this race at this point. But it's Taylathon. Anything can happen today.
you know, I think the course will probably really stay the same on the race, but the order of the races, we'll see how that changes.
let's hope that one of them can maybe improve their time. And I don't know, maybe the sophomores might have a chance on catching up to the juniors. There's maybe a chance.
You never know, Jake. You never know. Anything can happen.
And we have yet to see somebody take a huge spill.
Well, we had that huge spill on lap 4 with the transition of the sophomores.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There
you're
hasn't
right,
been
you're right.
blood
That
yet,
was
though.
good.
We-
But
we
there
need-
hasn't been a serious accident yet, but anything
need
can happen
blood.
yet.
It looks like the seniors here have a penalty from cutting that corner. I might have been right there.
That was a good call earlier in the lap, but yeah, it looks like, yep, they're coming in. And how long is that penalty? Is that,
You know, I don't exactly remember. I think it might be 15 or 30
I
seconds.
think it's about 15 seconds. And that was a good transition.
A little rough, but they definitely did it with speed.
Absolutely, and as they come around turn 2, it seems like they're having a pedaling issue. Are they on the wrong gear?
You know, I mean, there's only one gear on the bike, Jake, so don't know how that could
So
work.
I guess they're not on the wrong gear. Who knows? And as the freshmen come,
And the juniors are coming in. They're about to hit one of our cameramen.
Great
because
shot of the cameraman. Looks
Yeah.
like he really got a good angle there.
Sometimes they forget that they are not involved.
well, it seems like spectators are crossing the track and cameramen are crossing the track. It gives an extra little obstacle for these
Yeah,
riders.
If you
to
think
really
about it, this
look
Taylathon
out.
is a wreck. No pun intended.
You know, it looks like the seniors really are following that strategy of going wide on that one corner, make sure they don't fall off.
But I think it's really going to cost them time with all that. It's a lot less stable in the grass, and that's really why.
Wow.
That was quite a wide
Wow,
turn there.
bad
He almost
turn.
went to the tennis courts.
And almost hit the cameraman as well. I think that she probably jumped a little bit when that bike came right at him.
Looks like a cameraman left his purse also on that part of the grass as well as on the other
These
side.
cameramen, I tell you, they just need to calm
Leave their
down.
handbags everywhere.
Yeah. They like to get in the race and then put their equipment everywhere.
And as the freshmen come around for the final 2 corners, this is the one that we're always very curious about. Either you cut it too close and you're going to go into the ditch, or you cut it too wide like this guy and go straight into that runoff area and lose a lot of time.
Do you think there's a possibility that that tree could be an obstacle in the future? Because it seems to be right where people are swerving off.
I don't know, but I hope that nobody hits that tree. That would be quite a...
Yeah,
mighty
I
knock.
hope I don't see that either.
Looks
Well, I
like the
hope that's
seniors
not a
in the-
commentator's jinx today. Hopefully we won't see
We
anything
never
like
hope
that.
for bodily harm during Taylathon.
Looks
That
like we
is
see
not
the
what we
seniors and the sophomores together, and here the juniors and the freshmen are coming in close together as well. So we'll see how this works out.
want. As you can see, he
Junior
took the bike.
transition, smooth transition from
Oh.
Darius Farmer.
That was beautiful, beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful, but they are 4 minutes behind, and the juniors are 2 minutes behind on this part of the course here on lap 16 of the race.
And the freshmen have decided to continue biking even though their day is over.
You know, it looks to me, Jake, like the freshmen don't quite have their turns down quite enough. I mean, when you're going into Taylathon freshman year, it's kind of hard to train yourself to lean over pretty far on the corners, but you really have to make it sharp like that.
Yeah, and you got to keep the speed. And what is this? What is this? It looks like the sophomores are having a chain issue. This is their second time stopping with a chain issue.
You know, Jake, I feel like this particular person was the one that had the chain issue before. I wonder if there's a common denominator there.
Now, how could you even cause a chain issue?
You know, sometimes the art of your pedaling or your form or, there's various factors that could help with antagonizing a chain issue like that, Jake.
Now, being a former Taylathon rider, what are you guys thinking on that straight when your bike just isn't coming around and it's been a minute, 2 minutes, and the lap's only a minute 45?
You know, Jake, you really never know what happens. Somebody could have fallen off and hit their head and died, or the chain could have come off, or, really there's anything that could have happened.
And do you ever get the bike back and you're like, what happened to this bike over the course of the lap, and you just missed part of the race?
You know, there's a couple times that I've jumped on the bike after a transition and the seat's like backwards or something. I'm like, what in the world did you do to this?
Well, all right, here comes the freshman. Are they going to do another transition? Yeah, it looks like it. Hopefully this is going to be a smooth one. They haven't had a good one yet.
They're looking a little slow.
Oh,
no.
face plant during the transition.
I hope he's
At least
all
he
right.
didn't bump the bike there and mess up the second guy.
If that's the way to do it, you just hurt yourself but not the bike.
Exactly.
That's always the way to do
It's all
it.
about the time, Jake. It's all about the time.
And as the juniors come around lap 17, they're still about 2 minutes behind the seniors as the sophomores do a transition, and this looks like a strong one.
That was really nice. I like that.
7.8.
And it looks like the sophomores are, or no, this is the juniors, I'm sorry. Juniors are heading kind of slow through that, but as the seniors are going through a transition here, and it looks like,
Oh, I love that. That was so beautiful. That's something we all strive for as Taylathon riders.
I would, Gerardo, what would you give that transition?
Yes, I do.
All right, perfect. As they come around turn 4, and smooth through turn 5. As there goes the sophomores going through
He looked
the...
like he was really booking it out of there.
Yep, and the seniors are catching up again to lap the sophomores again. Now, is there ever an issue with traffic when trying to pass bikes that are not even on the same lap as you?
You know, sometimes you just got to push people out of the way, Jake. I mean, it's all about your time, and you know, even if you're not on the same lap as them, if they're behind you, you know, you try to do better than that.
Logan, I have a question for you.
Yes, Ziggy.
So have you ever, had a rivalry on the track and then it carries over into your personal life?
You know, there was one time where I pushed a guy off the track, and it ended up with that team losing the race, and he didn't like me very much after that. Actually, one time I was getting some milk in the dining commons, and he shoved it in my face.
You shoved the milk, like a carton of milk, in your face?
No, it was actually just a cup, but it was all over my face, and
Oh, that is a very unpleasant liquid to have on your face.
it was a bit unpleasant there.
That's the spirit of champion competition.
Yes.
Champion competition.
I feel like there's quite a rivalry between these two teams, all these teams here today, and I feel like it carries over throughout the entire academic year as they make a nice transition.
I think that
You
actually
know,
is gonna get a
competition, Jake, it
9.5.
really makes people strive for better things.
I have a question. For Isaac's beard, is that going to be an aerodynamic problem for his racing skills?
Well,
Logan?
you know, intern, I mean, it could be, but it looks like the seniors are in the lead here, so we'll
And-
see if it really affects them all that much.
and in the lead by 3 minutes, so even if it affects them by 1/100th of a second, I don't think it's really going to count in the grand scheme of things here today.
You know, I think overall the appearance of him really overpays any time difference it would make.
Very true.
I don't
very
want to be
true.
hasty, but do you guys think the seniors pretty much have this in the bag?
You know, I never know. That bag could have a hole in it, and they could slip out, and somebody else could come in. So, we'll see what happens.
Yes, good analogy. Good analogy.
And it looks like the seniors are coming around that last corner here, and
See how they make that. Oh, it looks
yeah,
like he stayed in it that
beautiful.
time.
This turn has been giving
Beautiful here.
people problems all day, but the seniors seem to have it down. They conquered that turn.
The time difference between juniors, sophomores, and freshmen has actually gotten very close recently, so this will be an interesting race to see who might take second in the future.
Looks like there's only about 30 seconds between the sophomores and the juniors, so we'll see if the sophomores can pull it together here and get ahead.
Oh,
Oh.
minor crash by the
What a
freshman,
tumble.
and
But
he
he gets
crosses the track right in front of the seniors, but it doesn't affect them as the seniors just go right past the
And
freshman.
if you look closely, the senior was laughing after he watched that tumble, but he continued
Interesting.
fighting. So
Looks like all three teams here are getting closer together, so we'll see if any collisions happen here.
Well, hopefully not. I think the juniors are just now transitioning here as the sophomores come around turn 6.
That was
Now-
a good turn, I like that.
Now
It looks like the freshmen haven't been taking very many naps lately because they're
That's
only
another good
30
time.
seconds away from the sophomores.
here comes that junior transition now, and is it going to be fast?
And that was
Oh, I
not,
love that transition right there.
That
was
So
good.
good.
it was
was
clean,
not-
but was it fast though?
It wasn't slow motion. That was real motion, but it fooled me.
All right, now here they come around turn
Very
3.
Matrix-esque. Is that a word?
Maitreski.
Matrix-esque.
Oh, now I see a random spectator walking across the lawn here.
Oh dear.
That's pretty much the best view because you don't really get to see this side of the track when you're a normal spectator in the grandstands. This is where the real action happens, but a lot of people miss out on a lot of this different stuff here.
You know, I think people really look to see those transition collisions because it's all in one place, Jake, and it's a really nice place to sit down and rest yourself.
Absolutely. And it looks like the sophomores are coming through as the seniors are doing a transition here. And smooth.
Oh, that was beautiful. I don't know if you saw that, Jake, but he just put his hand on that handlebar and vaulted himself up onto the seat. That was really beautiful.
And
I
they
admire
went,
that.
Ooh. And they went over the manhole as well. So very smooth and very nice. As yes, you're right, there was a skid, and it looks like his back tire hit the inside of that turn, where there's a little bit of a ditch that is going to cost him a little time and maybe would have wiped him out if he's not careful in the future.
Here come the freshmen waddling to the transition mark.
My goodness, they really are slow. Oh, and he
Oh,
waves to the
oh,
crowd.
waving at the crowd.
Confident freshmen as they are in last place.
And it looks
Don't
like
exactly know what he was doing there. It didn't look like his heart was in it.
it's almost like he's making fun of the position that they're in. Oh, and it looks like the juniors have a penalty here, and they're going to lose a little bit of time.
And he's going to be put in timeout and think about what he's done.
You know, Jake, depending on how long that penalty is there, maybe the sophomores could catch up. We'll see. We
And
got the
there's-
seniors right on the tail of the sophomores here on this straight away.
I think there's some power behind those flower shorts. It seems to give him extra energy.
That flower power.
Wow, that was a long penalty.
I think it must be about 30 seconds, that penalty. And as the seniors and the sophomores head down the straightaway, they're not
Looks
on
like
the same
they're neck
lap.
and neck.
Oh,
But
See
is
if
it?
anyone's going to transition.
Are they going to
Sophomores
transition? It would
look
be
like
very hard to
they're about-
transition here. Oh, it looks like the seniors
Oh, it
and
looks
the
like they're both
sophomores.
transitioning.
Ooh,
good transition.
good
by
transition
the
and a
seniors.
decent transition from the sophomores as well. But they are 4 minutes behind the seniors. That equates a lot of laps.
That does equate to a lot of laps.
What else does it equate, Jake?
It equates a great race today, as we are on lap 22 and over halfway done with this race this afternoon. And the seniors are coming around turn 5
Looks like they're pulling ahead a little bit from the sophomores.
and to turn 6. Nice. Very
Tricky
good.
turn. Oh, they both handled it very well.
And here they come around. Oh, and it looks like we're with the juniors now, as the seniors and the sophomores are heading around. And there's really a danger of those lights built into that part of the track. There's some interior lighting right over there.
They should remove those lights.
You know, if you hit one of those, Jake, and fall over, you could become a little light-headed.
A little lightheaded
no.
indeed, and maybe take a little trip to the emergency room. And
Oh!
You're right about the
golly.
blood.
Oh,
Looks like that tree was trouble.
wow.
But it's gonna cost him some time as he readjusts his front wheel. I'm sorry, and I think he even hit that tree.
Oh, it's a little wobbly. Doesn't know where he is.
Oh,
It's
he's still
okay,
having
regain
issues.
yourself.
Oh, it's
know-
gonna cost him a lot of time.
You know, Jake, it almost looks like they have a different bike there. I wonder if they had to switch out earlier because of chain problems on that
I
gold
think they
edition.
did. Oh, here we come with a replay. Oh, that roll.
golly.
I think what he did is he hit that interior corner, and from that he just bumped up, and it was lost from then on. He was bending over too much, but he really just rolled right out on that concrete.
On the plus side, what an efficient roll. Look how he stands right up once he lands on his feet.
That's
You know,
the
it's all
thing,
about your
that's
form,
perfect.
Austin. Just getting back to it and going right away.
That's the thing with all that adrenaline. You just get right up and you're back on the bike.
He still looks a little wobbly, if you ask me, though.
You know, I wonder if his seat isn't crooked, maybe.
I think you might be right, because I mean the front wheel was crooked, and I think the a lot of things are gonna be messed up with that bike. Hopefully, the next rider will be able to adjust his ride.
golly.
There must be something wrong with that bike.
Everyone
no,
on the sophomore team was a little wobbly.
He
right
actually
now.
saw a fan he disliked, and that was no accident. I talked to him before the race.
And
He
here
said
they
he was gonna
come
take him out.
around turn 3 and to turn 4.
Good
and
turn.
good form.
Looks like he has a little back scratch going on here.
No, I think he's
Good
adjusting
time.
that seat. I think the seat is a little askew, which is going to throw off his time this afternoon. As he comes around the turn 6.
Perfect
Looks like he's being a
Bermuda
little
triangle.
slower on this alternate bike here. I hope they get that other one fixed up. They really need it.
He's arching his back so he can resist the wind. Classic biker technique.
Now, is that the right form where you kind of bend over in a way? Or?
You know,
Yes,
Jake, you
you
can
bend over.
you can bend over a little bit more. You could lift your bottom up a little bit and get some more force and momentum through your legs and kind of like a piston.
Absolutely, and here he comes around turn 12, and successful around turn 12. You know, that rider has been very good around turn 12. Very strong this afternoon, as we'll look at the seniors now, as they come around the turn 12 and 13 complex, and going around past the art building.
Big complex.
That turn complex.
The
Really
seniors,
good.
the seniors are looking a little tired. Could
You
it
know
be
that happens, Siggy.
Well, you know,
24 laps
They are
is taking a lot out of
24 laps and 4 minutes ahead. I feel like they can take it a little easy at this point in the race.
There's about a minute now between each of the junior, sophomores, and freshman teams, which is a very interesting phenomena.
You know, if you go back to the old fable of the hare and the tortoise, if we call the seniors the hare, I think they could take a nap and they'd still be ahead, honestly.
Now, it looks like also the juniors have a very interesting helmet. It's like a motorcycle helmet. Now, is that actually safe to use as a bike helmet during this race?
You know, Darius Farmer insists on using that every year that I've been back to watch this telethon, and I don't know. It seems like it could keep his head safer, but I'm not sure about the wind resistance or the visibility from inside that shell.
Does it make him a little heavier and possibly slow him down?
You know, I don't know. I mean, you can easily compensate by exercising your legs and getting back up there. Looks like the
Freshmen have a
freshmen here have a
penalty.
penalty.
Yeah, but there was almost like a slap, like a good job slap going down that straightaway.
Can we analyze that a little bit, please?
And once again, our cameraman getting an in-depth angle. They don't care. They want to get in the action.
And here they are. All right, and freshman at the penalty, and that's going to cost them. They're already 6 minutes behind on the seniors, as the sophomores are 5 minutes and the juniors are 4 minutes. As
It looks like-
bad
Oh.
transition,
That
bad
was-
transition.
was almost.
Oh no!
No.
And he
And
goes
he's
to the
taking out
stand.
the first row of fans.
And it looks like he's stuck onto the rope as
And that
that.
girl is grabbing her neck because she was terrified.
I would be terrified too, seeing one of those massive bikes.
I'm
heading
grabbing
towards
my
me.
neck right now just watching it.
That was absolutely horrifying. I
You know, Jake, when you're racing, you gotta be really concerned about your time and also the safety of the fans.
and the times just changed, as you can see. And the
What a day to be alive in this nation.
sophomores are taking it a little easy right now.
Oh,
Just kidding, they are not taking it easy at all.
They should be taking it easy at this point, but as the seniors are coming around again, they are just really struggling today. They're having a real issue with those bikes. Now, there's a bike selection process, if I'm correct. How does that actually happen?
You know, Jake, there's 8 bikes all total for all the Taylathon teams, and so at the beginning of the year, all the teams come together and they choose their bikes, starting with the senior guys, and then girls, and then junior guys, and then gals, and then so it's just, you know, each bike has its own characteristics, its own personality, and you just try to choose the bike that you want to use.
I don't think you choose the bike; it chooses you. Am I right?
Oh, pretty much, actually. There's been a couple of years where I've just gone up and, you know, like, that bike really speaks to my soul, and you know, some years it's been a winning bike.
There you go.
Now, are these bikes like very well built, or are they pretty old and have issues? Because I'm noticing a lot of chain issues today.
Like Mariah Carey.
Yes.
Once again, our times are updating. And the
I know, it looks like the seniors are coming up here on the sophomores.
Now these
fighting for no position, but still fighting.
The sophomores there went into the grass a little bit, lost some time, lost some traction.
Do you think that they even maybe just let them through? The seniors may have been forcing their way past.
You know, Jake, I don't know. I don't know about the spirit of the sophomores this year, but if that happened, I'm a little bit disappointed in them.
I think we all are disappointed in one sophomore rider at least.
Now it looks like the seniors are leading with the juniors and the sophomores and the freshmen. Now, looking at
that's been
last
for a while.
year, it was the freshman team got third place and the seniors and the juniors. So it's pretty much the same running with the freshmen coming in from the rear 6 minutes behind.
Yes, the freshmen are coming in from behind.
They're
but,
coming in very forcefully from the rear, but it looks like they might be trying to come back here.
So everybody is really battling to get back from being in the front. That made sense.
Oh, that was actually probably the best transition the freshmen have had.
Good job.
It was a little rough, but it was pretty quick.
And he.
Oh, and here comes the seniors for the
Seniors about to take
transition.
a
They've been really
transition.
strong today with their transitions.
That was a
Although
bit of a weaker one, but it was still decent.
He
Good
was running,
for
and you
him.
have to do it by the end of that yellow line, if I'm correct here.
Yes.
It's actually, if we see here, I don't know if we see it in a second, there's a dead man zone here where you cannot have your feet in it. And so,
Oh, and a fall by the sophomore, so it looks like they're gonna lose a little bit of time right there. And hopefully they can make it up in the straight, but there's not much time left in the race.
you know, Jake, this sophomore team that we're seeing here, last year's freshmen, they actually got in 3rd place. I think mainly it's because of bicycle issues with the junior, senior, and sophomore teams from that year. So it really looks good that they've held their 3rd place on this year, and we'll see what happens next year. I'm really excited for it.
For the fans watching at home, how many laps are there?
36, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. That sounds about right.
So the race is coming sort of to an end, and the sophomores and juniors are still trying to battle for that 2nd spot.
Now we're on lap 28 at this point, as you said, and we're looking at about 4 minutes and 30 seconds behind the seniors. The juniors are running, and we have 6 minutes and 30 seconds for the sophomores and 8 minutes and 12 seconds for the freshmen. Is it pretty much race over for the freshmen?
I think so. They took too many naps, and the sophomores just seem to be way too
You know, Jake,
competitive.
you never know. If maybe like a meteor came and took out the seniors and the juniors and the sophomores, maybe the freshmen could pull it back.
But still, that would be a doubt that they would win.
But at the same time, maybe not a meteorite, but what if a major crash happens on the straight and
You know, if all 3 of those like lose their bikes and have to run the rest of the race, you never know. The freshmen might pull it.
I think they still have a chance in that case, as the seniors lap them again, running
And
on
I
lap
think
29.
Freshmen have been lapped twice now, if I'm correct.
Oh, more than twice. They're running 8 minutes behind
Oh.
in a minute and a half lap.
That's
So
probably
they-
about 6 laps at least.
if math is correct, I believe so.
man.
Well, it doesn't look like much of a battle there, but 5 minutes behind. So, see what happens.
But they're not giving up hope. The sophomores have a lot of heart.
Yes, exactly. That
The
heart,
juniors have a lot of
heart as well.
athleticism. So there's that.
Absolutely. And who is this riding right now? That's well, what's his number? I waited for him to pass here.
I believe that might be David Aronson.
Yes, that's correct. That is David Aronson. Nope.
No.
Actually, I think that might be Mitchell Mays again.
Mitchell Mays. That's correct.
And then this junior is trying to pass.
Ooh, what happened there? It was
It
like
looks
a
like he.
slippage.
Oh!
Oh, and he gets run
golly.
over. His bike gets run over.
And that is just brutal. That is
man.
just brutal.
Looks like he had his pedal too far down there in the corner and wasn't leaning enough, and put him off a little bit, and then he just couldn't hold it after that, I guess.
And no compassion from the juniors as he just runs over him and continues on his way.
It's lucky the sophomores kind of rolled out of the way, or they would have gotten run over at the bike, and that would have been a major injury. Here we go with the replay. Now it looks like he runs wide in that turn, and he hits the little brown spot there. That's,
Looks like he
loose
goes off
dirt.
the sidewalk there a little bit and tries to get back up on the lip, but he just can't, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it's almost indented in, so there's no way for him really to make that turn back onto the sidewalk. So there's no...
He tries to roll, but as you can see, when he's rolling, he gets stuck and can't really do anything but watch as his roll comes
It
apart.
almost looks like the juniors are going there on a trick bike race and taking a little wheelie over that bike.
And watch as he just, he's done. He says, I've had it. And he grabs his kneecaps to make sure they're still there.
Very, very apparent problem in every race. Some people lose their kneecaps.
Now it's great that we're
lost
actually...
mine.
Now it's great that we're actually recording this today, because I think falls like that on the back streets would never really get seen by the grandstands on a typical race day.
You know, it's really true, Drake. I'm really excited about all these cameraman and things that are on these races now. Back in my day, we didn't really have any of those, so yeah, it's good.
And it looks like the sophomores are coming in for another penalty and a bike switch.
It looks like they brought back that gold bike. Maybe
It was fixed.
maybe they fixed the chain. We'll see
we
what
hope
happens
so. So each team has 2 bikes, if I'm correct. And
Yes, there's a bike for the lads and a bike for the gals, and sometimes they switch back and forth depending on if there's bike problems.
absolutely, as the seniors head off and keep going on this race, but it's...
Those are the sophomores right there.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're correct.
The sophomore is actually not touching the seat of the bike. Is that a technique that makes you go faster, or is that just because it's been a long race and he might be a little sore?
You know that, Ziggy, if you stand up, you get more force and power through those pedals, and just moving that power.
Moving
helps.
that power helps. All right. Good analysis.
Just use your back to press down on your legs and send that muscle speed through
Yes.
all the way.
Yes. Seniors come chasing the juniors. Let's see if the freshmen pretending to still be involved. And here we
And
go.
there's the juniors heading around turn 1 into turn 2. They're running strong, but still 4 minutes behind. And with only 5 laps to go, it's going to take a major incident to really, for them to be able to catch up to the seniors.
You know, Jake, I feel at this point the race is pretty much set in stone. You can probably start making your awards and everything. I don't really see much of a chance of anybody changing at this point.
But it's still a good idea to run strong, and we might still see a few crashes here before the end of the race.
Absolutely, Jake, absolutely. You never know. Just keeping your heart up and keeping the times good all the way through the race. Just don't give up. That's what our motto was when I raced
Back in the day,
back in the day.
during the prehistoric times when you used to race dinosaurs instead of bikes.
Actually, Trigosaurus was my favorite.
Trigosaurus.
Now the freshmen are up to 7 minutes behind, with the
Wow.
sophomores 6 minutes behind. There's really maybe a chance the sophomores can pass the freshmen, but other than that, it's pretty much race over for both of them, unless something miraculous happens. Although the juniors, they're 3 minutes behind.
Looks like we had David Aronson there on the sophomores, booking it off well.
Do we actually know the personal record for the worst time that the last place has had?
You know, I don't think they've been keeping records like that, but we should start doing that and figure out.
This
what-
might be the year that, last team was the most furthest behind.
But at the same time, I think the track has evolved over the years, and I think we've run on this particular track for only a few years now. So
You know, Jake, that's true. Back in my day, we raced on a completely different track. It was it's rather interesting, but you know, things happen as the campus evolves, and yeah, I don't know what that was.
And it was a race fan signaling that she's in third place as the sophomores pass, and it looks like the seniors are on a transition. Not a bad transition, but it could have been better.
This is an interesting camera angle. I felt like I was really in the race right there.
Yeah.
Juniors are taking their turns a lot more cautiously, knowing that they probably have secured the second spot, and the seniors seem out of reach.
Now, what kind of awards do you get at the end of this race? Is it like a medal or is it a trophy? And who gets them? Is it
I think you get a box of Cracker Jacks and grape Kool-Aid, if I'm correct.
I don't know about that, but hey, I think it's probably a medal or something like that. We'll find out at the end as the seniors head around for yet another lap, and people on the track, but they get out of the way just in time. As the seniors pretty much biking to the end, it's smooth sailing from here on out with 3 laps to go.
In the future, that really needs to be regulated better.
Absolutely, you are correct, sir.
I am correct.
Those purple flower shorts there, really
Giving
really
that
keeping them
biker
going.
again. He's famous now. He will forever be famous. He's flower guy.
Here come the sophomores. Looks like they're going to transition. Got an extra rider here. Looks a little wobbly on his run there. Don't know what.
But not a bad transition.
Decent
No, not good at all. Oh, not bad at all.
Not good at all.
Yeah, it was decent. I think it was probably midfield of the transitions we've seen today.
Good. Oh, soaring eagle. The soaring eagle. That is a classic transition.
But hey, it was a good transition on the bike end. It was just bad getting off.
Looks like that sophomore's turning well on those turns, getting that lean in, putting his pedals right.
really
See how he does on this next turn here.
using his shoulders to propel himself.
Ooh,
Oh,
overturn.
no.
Ow, ow, ow.
Oh my.
Wow.
He really came back up on that turn though, and got
Oh,
back
he
on his
seems to
bike.
be
Looks like
having
he has to change
problems.
his front wheel.
Oh man, that's going to cost him even more time
wow.
that he doesn't have.
That
Seniors
was-
have lapped the sophomores yet again.
Let's go to a
Brutal.
replay on this crash here.
I
And as we see, he just
Right here.
overturns, he
Oh.
puts his foot down and just
Oh.
straight
I
onto the
think he
ground.
kissed the pavement.
Oh.
Mwah.
Oh.
Love you, pavement. And then he gets up and is like, had
I
my
wonder
moment.
how that lad's face is doing.
It sounds like it was quite painful and probably hurt a lot.
I don't know if he was the most attractive racer to begin with, so he might be all right.
But you know, is that going to affect his race from here on out? Is he going to be dealing with injuries and that kind of sorts?
Maybe
You know,
moral
Jake, when you're
injuries.
racing and the adrenaline's just rushing, you really don't feel any pain. So I don't think he'll really be affected till about 10 minutes after the race, and then he'll start groaning with agony.
While he's taking a shower, he will feel the burn.
Oh, yes,
Ooh,
those.
and the freshman
oh.
did it on the same turn just after. That one looks like it really just skinned his elbow and almost the same crash. Let's go to a
Look at a replay
replay
here.
here.
Same,
And it looks like
same
he
turn.
overturns,
Ah.
he puts his foot down just like the last rider,
Oh,
and
and,
he gets run over. His left.
You know, Jake, on this one, it looks like the freshman didn't quite have the pedals right. If you see, he has that inside where he's turning, has the pedal down, and you really can't turn nearly as far because it
Yeah.
catches the end of that pedal. I think on the sophomore turn, his problem wasn't so much the pedals, but he just leaned too far and the bike just slid out from him. So you just really have to find that sweet spot between the two.
Now, it's quite interesting that the sophomores and the freshmen would have a crash just so similar in such a similar area on a similar time. You think there maybe is gravel or something on the track?
You know, Jake, I really don't know. Sometimes you just start crashing on a corner, and that corner just doesn't want to let you go.
Do you think fatigue has a role to play in people just crashing towards the end of this race?
Yeah, you know, Ziggy. I think as the race goes on, people just don't have all their faculties together, and they're just looking to get it done and over with. So they don't have their balance quite on par, and things happen. You know.
For being brutally honest, though, that's what the fans want. The spills
Exactly.
and the
That's what
blood.
everybody comes out for. They just want to see those crashes.
And we're looking at 2 laps to go here as the seniors are basically doing a parade lap, but the juniors are catching up. They're probably the closest they've been in quite a while. So if something dramatic happens, we might see a photo finish. But other than that, I think it's pretty much a parade lap for the seniors.
It almost looks like the seniors are slowing down a little bit, but I think they know they have it in the bag, and that bag is airtight.
But I think it's probably airtight and not much action will happen for the rest of the race. I think it's pretty much just happening as they come around for the finish here. It looks like they're all lining up and...
Oh, there they are.
And there
Finish
you
for the
go.
Seniors.
Nice. Good
Nice,
time.
and it looks like we still have 3 more guys on the track, but it shouldn't be much longer until they run in. I think they're about 2 laps off. As the juniors are coming around, I think they have 2 more to go here. And coming around that bend, and, really does that motivation... Oh, and we're replaying the finish here as the seniors all celebrate. But going back for the juniors, knowing that the race is over with, does that motivation and really morale just lower a little bit once it's all over?
Jake, I mean, it does somewhat, but it's all about the competition. It's about having fun with a group of people that you've ridden with, and that camaraderie just keeps you going all the way through.
Absolutely. As the sophomores are heading around the bend, it looks like they're still in 3rd place, and it's going to be pretty much a class system where seniors are in 1st, juniors are in 2nd, sophomores are in 3rd, and freshmen are in last, unless something dramatic happens, but I doubt it at this point.
I really see that too, Jake. I agree completely with you.
Oh, wobbly as the freshmen are heading down the main straight. Will they be transitioning? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, yes, they will be transitioning.
A little bit of a,
fall.
little bit of a late
little
call
bit of a
there.
fall. But hey, it worked. And it looks like they're finishing up the race here, and not much left to really go off of as the sophomores come around turn 5.
If I may correct you, I believe those are the juniors.
Oh, I have messed it up every time this race, and
And yep, there's a trash can. Classic.
there they are. There they are.
And the juniors are coming in for their finish.
Absolutely. I think they're pretty much done at this point. So
And where are the freshmen in all this? Are they going to be given
they're
a
just
chance?
cruising along. I think that they must just call it a quit
Do they
eventually.
have to make up their laps, or is it pretty much they're done?
I think eventually they're not going to run alone on the track. I think they know that when they've been defeated, and I think it's all over for them. I think this is the last lap for the juniors. Yep, and here they go for their finish. Very nice work from the juniors.
Jake, it looks to me like there was only about 4 people on that junior team, so they really did a jolly good job this year. Keeping it going.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the issues the juniors were having this year?
Jake, it was really hard for them to get a team together this year, from what I heard, and maximum there's 8 people on a team, and the juniors only had 4, so that's only about 50% of the power that they could have had behind those pedals. So they're just keeping everybody fresh and that energy strong. I'm really proud of them for doing 2nd place there. I applaud their efforts.
Absolutely. If they would have had 4 more people, I think they really would have put a fighting up chance today, but the fatigue probably got them with multiple people having to run basically double the energy and double the distance.
It's really true, Jake. It's really true.
Now here come the freshmen just kind of cruising along here, coming around turn 3, but really I think it's pretty much race over for them as well, as they are not really putting in the effort anymore. I think morale has really taken a hit here today.
And if anything, this is just a condolence lap, letting the freshmen finish, because it's sportsmanlike to let them finish.
Well, the sophomore's still on the track as well, but I think that if memory serves me right, typically when the 3rd place team finishes, the 4th place team just goes ahead and washes their hand in the race and hopefully comes back next year to do better in the future.
Stronger, faster, bigger.
Yeah, and hopefully they will take this strong loss and use it as motivation for training over the summer and for next year.
That's completely true, Jake. I think as you go through that first race, when you come to this institution, I think you just really learn a lot from that, and you can really employ it next year and see what happens.
And it looks like the sophomores are content with not passing the freshmen. Even though they're ahead in time, it looks like he's just going to coast behind them for the rest of the race.
We'll see what happens on this straightaway here. Maybe I'll pull ahead and see if we can see a fast one.
Hopefully they can finish strong today. It's always important. And it looks like they're going to have a transition, but I don't think there's many laps left for them. I think it's maybe 1 or 2. Yep, it looks like there's a transition for both teams as they're getting their final riders on and taking their final few laps.
Jake, I think that was one of the best transitions I've seen from a freshman this day.
Well, it was their slowest transition as well, because I don't think they're really putting in the effort anymore, so it's really just going to cost them nothing at this point. It's more of a show at this point. It's a charade.
A little disappointing though. You just gotta you should keep your heart in it for your teammates. Don't give up.
It's an overall strong race by every class, but
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
the seniors and juniors.
Absolutely, and it was a good year for a race. We had a couple of crashes and not a lot of passing, though. So that was kind of unfortunate. But what would be your race highlights, Logan?
I really like seeing those crashes, those slides, and but I'm really proud of all these teams. I mean, I saw some really nice, really solid transitions. See some good form on the track. See some really, really nice turns from all the teams. So yeah, I think it'll just be really interesting seeing what happens next year.
How about you, Ziggy? Did you have any highlights or
I think
favorite
all
memories?
the spills, I will be honest, I love watching Taylathon for the blood. Watching the crashes is my highlight.
Well, I feel like this is the one time you can appropriately say you come to an event to see people get hurt. But hey, that's the spirit of Taylathon, and that's what makes it so fun. As we've had some serious injuries, and luckily there has been not a lot of terrible injuries this time, just a bunch of scrapes and bruises as the sophomores come in for their third place finish, and the freshmen will probably just wipe their hands and call it a day here at the end of the race.
No, it's really true, Drake, that blood's really is stronger than water, and I think that's why all these people are out here today, just this community coming together to see all these wounded warriors, and we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, and it looks like the sophomores are content with the third place, but hopefully in the future they will be a stronger team as the freshmen come around, but it looks like they're signaling to call it quits. They're just going to give up at this point of the race.
But overall, good effort, and they seem excited with themselves.
Well, you know what? I think it was a good attempt this year. I think that they really did a really good job at even just building up a team and working hard. And I feel like they will be contenders in the future. That it's a sleeping giant at this point, growing, and definitely will be something to look forward to in years to come.
You know, at this point, Jake, I really think they can do nothing but improve, and that's a really good place to start from.
Well, it was an eventful Taylathon. The sophomores had the lead in the beginning, but after a nasty spill in lap 4, the race was pretty much wrapped up, since the seniors were the only ones not to have a chain issue today. Overall, the seniors came in first place with a total time of 49 minutes and 12 seconds. The juniors come up in second with a total time of 51 minutes and 30 seconds. They were about 2 minutes behind the leaders at the end of the race. The sophomores finished with a total time of 55 minutes and 11 seconds, which brings them about 2 minutes behind the juniors and 4 minutes behind the seniors. And bringing up the rear was the freshmen. Their time reflects the time in which they retired the bike and called it a race. But on the last lap, they were running about 2 minutes behind the sophomores, giving them an 8-minute gap to the seniors in the end. Well, it's been a great race to watch today, and we'll leave you with a full race highlight of today's race. From Taylor University, this has been Taylathon 2015. Goodbye.
So basically the strategy is to stay alive and not die of exhaustion. The plan is to not fall over and to not get penalties and see what happens from there.